this is a really, really important battle. I started to get really activated during COVID. I'm sure a lot of you, realized what was going on with that, with the mandates and with what was happening to children, especially because the schools, because we were watching on Zoom, so you might have seen your children or your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and you saw what they were learning, and you said, oh my goodness. Well, my kids were in high school at the time. Schools got shut down, they were masking them, and my daughter, she's a wrestler, she started wrestling in high school. And I knew that in order for her to continue wrestling, she was not going to be able to stay here in California. So we were able to find her another place to go where she was able to wrestle. Now she's in college. But what happened was all of this transgender stuff started to come out and really rear its ugly head. And she got a scholarship to college. If she has to wrestle a man pretending to be a woman, she could be horribly hurt, because wrestling's a physical sport, okay? And then if she says, no, I'm not going to do it, then she loses her scholarship, she loses her ranking. And I stood up and I said, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to let women's rights be erased. I'm not going to let women be erased. We have these amazing women, Riley Gaines, they're standing up and they're saying, we will not be erased, okay? And so I really wanted to do that for my daughter and for other women and girls. So we have to protect, that's number one, we have to protect biological women and girls from this transgender ideology. So much so that Gavin Newsom and Bonta are actually threatening schools and school districts into teaching this highly sexualized content. Many of you, I'm sure you're not really paying attention because your kids are older, your grandkids, your children are taking care of it. But some of the things that they are learning in school will shock you, will absolutely shock you. I can't even begin to tell because it's so embarrassing, okay?